everyone, it's Lori with Main Street Gardener, and today we are down in my basement in my seed starting area. So I am excited. It is the middle of January and I've cleaned up the space. I've got it all ready and I am absolutely ready to start seed starting. So if you are new to seed starting, I was in your same shoes almost 3 years ago. So I had not done seeds ever in my life, and I decided to dive in head first. Now, I can promise you it's actually pretty easy. You're going to, though, learn what works in your growing zone and the timing. I think that's the trickiest part. But you can also set up your system on a budget. So I'm going to show you my setup today, and I just want to encourage you, if you're new, think about finding things on Facebook Marketplace. Think about you don't need anything expensive to seed start. So that's the first thing I want to let you know. So today I'm going to show you my space, how I set it up. I'm also going to walk you through how I reorganized all my seeds, and I'm so excited about it. I've tried several things, but I jumped in and I am using this kind of plastic photo container system. And I've also got all of my favorite seed starting catalogs right here. Johnny's just came in the mail. While I have plenty of seeds for this year, I am still going to go through these and see what else I find. I will put some links in the description to some of my favorite seed vendors, as well as some supplies that you may want when you're starting out with seed starting.
Okay, so let me give you a tour of my seed starting space. When you come down from our basement, you turn to the right and you'll see we have this little room off to the right, and it's perfect for my seed starting. It is temperature controlled. Now, if you're new to seed starting, you really only need a couple things. One is your seed starting racks. I got these are just from like a big box store. I have two, but to be honest, I really only need one. I use the other one mainly for storage of supplies. The second thing you need are lights. And you'll notice here, I have some lights hanging. These are from Amazon. I really like them because each light connects to the next one and you only have to have one outlet plug. Now, with the way my setup is, I use these trays by Gardener Supply. So you do want to have some type of seed starting tray. I can either put 2 horizontal or I can put about 4 vertical. Now, my lights also adjust, which are great. All right, next up, I'm going to start organizing my seeds, and I'm using this 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿 photo keeper, which I will also put on my Amazon store. Now, over the years, I have tried several things, and currently I have all my seeds in a huge container, and it is a big, big mess. So this is something that you could use for photos, but it's the perfect size for seed packs. So here's my current condition. It's not pretty. I've just been throwing them in as I go. Now, this is what I used the past 2 years. I did a notebook with sleeves, and that way I could see the seeds. And then as I used them, I knew that they were empty. But as you can see, I haven't used this in a while. The number one reason was it wasn't practical to take it out into the garden. So today I'm going to get started organizing all of these seeds. I'm going to sort them by annual seeds like zinnias, dahlia seeds, and then perennials like some of the grasses that I want to start this year, and then my veggies. Okay, so now I have all of these seeds organized. I've got the annuals in one pile, which are my largest. I have a few perennials, and there's some grasses that I've ordered, and I have some veggies, mainly a lot of lettuce and herbs. So I'm going to go ahead and get started putting the items in the containers and labeling them with the labels that came. Now, I'm not sure that I'm going to need the entire container. We'll see how it goes. But what's great about these is they will hold 1 pack of seeds, or they'll hold a lot. I think you could probably fit even, 10, 15, 12 seeds in a pack. What my plan today is to put like seeds in a container, but I do have a lot of singles that really don't fit in a category. So while zinnias do and lettuces do, because I have a lot of those, I probably will just do a veg box and a miscellaneous annual box. That way I can just throw in those one-off seeds and I have those when I need them. I absolutely think I'm going to really love these containers, being able to fill them full of a variety of seeds, use them for my seed starting, but also I could take them out when I want to direct sow in the garden.
Wow, this feels great to have this all organized, ready to go for the new year. Okay, so I went through my lettuce box and I have two that I want to start today. So first is going to be rocket or arugula. And if you haven't planted that, it is a great starter green for you if you're new to seed starting. The beauty of this one is you can plant it any time of the year indoors, which is great. It makes it really easy. And you're going to be able to get greens to eat. It is 10 to 15 days for the seeds to emerge. And 20 to 28 days, you'll be eating fresh arugula from your seed starting area. Now, there is also a trick that you can sow these. You can actually just sow them in a regular tray. So I need to clean this one out, but you can just put your dirt 1 to 2 inches, sow the seeds in, add a little dirt on top, and you're ready to go. So if you have a seed starting container, if you have like one of these trays, you can really use anything to start the arugula. So that's going to be a really easy one. The second one I want to start is Little Jim. We're going to do a couple rows today, and then in about a week, I'll do a couple more. This makes really small little lettuce heads. These are great to transplant outdoors as soon as it gets a little warmer. Now, it may be too cold in your area, but as soon as you get a little closer to spring, you can actually start these. They take 55 days to harvest. So if you want to backtrack from maybe a few weeks before your last frost, you could start these. They also do fine indoors. They grow beautifully. So let's get started today with a couple lettuce. Okay, so to get started, you can use any type of seed starting mix. Depending on where you live in the country, you're going to have different kinds. I do love the Espoma brand. I've had great success with it. I do have some Miracle Grow that I'm not going to use for my veggies, but I will use it later on for annuals just because that's all I could get last year. But this one works great. You do want to pre-moisten it. That's going to just help your seeds get germinated and started earlier. So let's get started. We're going to use some gloves, and we are just going to mix all this up. Now, if you put too much water, of course you can add more dirt, but you do want it mixed to where it holds together. So I'll show you. You don't want it to be mud. And oh my gosh, this feels so good. It smells so good. You want it to hold. That's probably still a little, probably needs a little bit more. Now don't lose your dirt as you're doing this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to add just a little bit more. So what you're doing by pre-moistening it, it's giving your seeds all that yummy moisture that they need. If you just water on top, then it's not going to soak through. And so you want it to, yeah, be nice, still fluffy, but it has some water and it holds. And it's not like mud. It's not dripping wet. Okay, so for this rocket, remember, I'm going to scoot this over. We are just going to use a tray. So this is a seed starting tray. You could use a plastic container. Think about a plastic lettuce container, Tupperware. You could use anything around the house. It does not have to be fancy. Now we are just going to fill this. It recommended 1 inch to 2 inches.
So somehow I deleted or did not get the recorded video of spreading the seeds. But all you have to do is take a few seeds and I just sprinkle them around. Now I usually overseed, but you just want to sprinkle them on as if it was salt. So just sprinkle, I don't know, 25 or so seeds, and then you want to give it a nice drink of water on a mist cycle, which you'll see in just a little bit, and then put them under grow lights. Now let's start our little gem lettuces.
Okay, so I got our soil all pre-moistened, and now I am going to add it to my seed starting tray. Now I love these trays from Gardener Supply. I did invest in these, but the very first time I sowed seeds, I used just a Jiffy seed container. So you do not have to have a fancy container. But I then decided in year 2 to invest in these containers, and I'm so glad I did. All right, so let's go ahead and I am going to fill 1 or 2 rows with the mix. Remember I said I'm only going to start 2 rows today, and then I'm going to come back in and do the other rows later. Now, it may be better to go ahead and put the soil in all of them. I don't know, but I'm just going to do it this way today. It's kind of what I feel like doing. That's the beauty of gardening. Do it your way, you guys. Whatever works best. Okay, so today we're going to do the little gem lettuce, and this says, again, cover with 1/4 of an inch of fine soil. Now, I'm going to cover it with a little bit of soil, but I'm going to show you another trick as well, and that is using vermiculite. Vermiculite is a soft, fine grade powder. It's great for gardening, and it helps retain moisture. It also, I find, helps my seedlings with, I don't get gnats down here in my space. And let me show it to you. So it's just this really soft, almost gold looking powder. So I'm going to actually cover my seeds with that today. You can get this anywhere. I got it at the big box store. You can get it off of Amazon if you don't have access to a big box store. So that's what we're going to use to cover our seeds today. What I'm going to do is I am going to try my best to just put 2 in each seed box. Just picking up a few at a time. You really don't need to overseed these unless your seeds are old. Okay, that's all it's going to take. Okay, so now that we've got both of these started, I am going to use my handy mister. I have this on Amazon. This is one that is USB, so I can just go plug it in. I can also plug it in down here. I have a USB cord. Now it is filthy because I will dump fertilizer in it, all kinds of stuff. And I like to check the stream first. And we just want to soft mist, just like a rain shower. I'm going to take these and we are going to get them put under the lights. All right, so we've got our first seeds of 2025, some arugula rocket, and some gem lettuce. I can't wait to see how it turns out. I will show you as we go. We will be doing some more seed starting of some annuals in just a few weeks. So thank you for watching. Please click like, subscribe, and I'll see you in a couple days. Thanks, everybody.